And welcome back to Coffee with the Wolves, presented by Grounded Coffee Bar. This week we're talking baseball. My name's Damien Dennis, and joining me is assistant coach Nick LoFurno.
Hey, Damien. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it looks like it's raining out there, and you guys got a
Yeah,
game coming up.
I didn't think this rain was going to come today. Hopefully, it's just a quick little shower, but hopefully it should be nice enough weather today to get this game.
As someone whose basement flooded twice last week, I also hope it's a quick little shower. But yeah, we're here to talk. Catch up on the season.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about some of your players. Expectations for the remainder of the year. But before we do that, we're gonna take the little ad break here to remind everyone we're sponsored by Grounded Coffee Bar.
Hey everyone, it's a great day to get grounded. With locations in New Lenox and Frankfort, it's always a good time to stop by and try our seasonal drinks. Whether that's cherry as summer comes to an end or pumpkin as fall begins. We've also updated our hours to better serve you. We're open late on Fridays and Saturdays now until 9 p.m. Make sure you're following our socials. That's Instagram and Facebook for the latest updates on our specials and events so you don't miss out. Grounded Coffee Bar is a proud sponsor of Coffee with the Wolves and JJC Athletics.
All right, Nick, I don't think you've been out to Grounded yet, have you?
I have not, but I've heard great things about it from our other coaches.
At this point, when we go there to record, Emma or Rachel or whoever's working, like, Damien, you just want the monthly cold brew? Yes, I do. I don't know what they put in the coffee, but the coffee is really good. And then, I try to stay away from sugar as much as possible, but when we go there, even this morning before I left, my wife's like, "Are you recording at the coffee shop?" She's gone with me a couple times.
Right.
I'm like, "No, not
today." Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, you got to get out there.
Right. No, I want to get out there. Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, we're here to talk baseball. Again, it's raining.
Yeah.
And I'll start there. I know last week was a little bit slow for you guys because the weather just forced cancellations, forced postponements.
Yep.
How do you guys kind of battle that both from a scheduling aspect? Because I know you do more than just coach here. Like, you're handling buses and travel and stuff. Like, how do you kind of adjust?
That's life of the baseball in the Midwest, right? One day it could be 70 and sunny, and then next day you're getting 30 degrees and sleet. Yeah. So we do our best to accommodate. We saw the weather coming in the last week. We saw it was going to be a little iffy, so we were kind of prepared for it. We told our players before the week, hey, the weather looks a little iffy, so just kind of stay on your toes. If we have to cancel, move games around, and our players have done a great job of making sure they stay ready for every outcome that comes, especially baseball here. So, but yeah, with me and my other job on campus here as well, it gets a little hectic with cancellations and moving and stuff too. But Coach Braun and I do our best to kind of make it work with the guys. So
yeah, have you ever seen any sort of, I guess, let's say slumps, for lack of a better word at the moment, in your team when we had 3 games scheduled this week, and then they all got pushed to let's say the following week because of weather. Do you ever see any sort of trouble kind of getting back into rhythm?
I mean, it's always trouble to kind of get back when they're kind of getting mentally ready to play one day, then last second they say, oh, we're not playing. So it's on the guys, but they do a great job at staying ready and stuff like that. They know what we have to deal with here in the Midwest, especially during the season and stuff too. So every player takes it differently, but we do our best with them to kind of make sure they stay on their toes, stay ready, stay loose, because at a flick of a switch, you can get a game that will just pop up out of nowhere. So
we can see out onto the field from our recording. A couple of your guys are out there playing hacky sack.
They're playing
total college experience.
Whatever they want to do to stay, to keep their minds right, stay loose and stuff like that. Us as coaches, we love seeing them do that before games, kind of stay loose. Today's a big one for us too. So anything to kind of keep their minds loose and stuff and get ready, they can do that. So
and unfortunately, because we record these beforehand, you're going out to play. This is going to come out after, so we can't talk about much of this because you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
But I think you guys are 13 and 18 right now, so not quite where you want to be record wise. But what are you seeing that you like out on the field from your team, and what are you seeing in terms of areas of improvement?
I mean, I've seen our guys they're starting to come together. Like, we're kind of right in the meat of our schedule right now. Middle of the season, injuries come and go. Guys are starting to get sore and stuff like that, but they're doing a great job at picking each other up, staying together. Our pitching has gotten a lot better as of late. Our hitting is starting to come together too. So as long as we can keep that going and stuff with this, last stretch we have coming up here, I think we'll be okay. As long as we kind of stay the course. We tell the guys, baseball's baseball, right? You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but stay the course, do the best you can, and, life of baseball, the gods will take care of itself. So they have to stay together through this. They know it's a long season, especially right now and stuff, but they'll be okay.
Yeah. And you guys are a little bit over halfway through the season. But
it's crazy to think about right now.
Yeah, but like you said, this is the meat of your schedule. Like I was just looking at it as I was setting up, and I'm like, you guys have I had to scroll up to see where we're at in the season. I'm like, okay, they are past the halfway point because there's so many games still.
So many games. It's crazy. I feel like I was just on here talking to you right after Vincennes, and now we're halfway through the season, right? It goes by so fast, and games are starting to come in bunches here, especially with the weather and stuff, cancellations, makeups, all that good stuff. So got a good test today and got a couple big tests this weekend, and our guys are going to be, hopefully we're ready for it. So. Yeah.
And I'm talking just in terms of your guys, in terms of your student athletes. Yeah. Who are some of the names that are really standing out this season? Sophomores, freshmen, just who have you seen take a step forward? Who's maybe had a surprising impact? Just who stands out to you?
So ever since we got back from Texas, Texas was a grind in itself. So, and our guys knew coming back to region play that they would have to step up and stuff like that. Guys like John O'Brien, who you just had on, he's, returning. He was injured. He was out all of last year. But this year he's really taken a step at second base and really come alive for us. So guys like Holden Baracus, a sophomore pitcher for us, is really nailing it down. Isaiah Rhodes, returning All-American, starting to step up a little bit too. But each one of these guys know that their name's going to be called here come playoff time. So it's good to kind of see them step up a little bit now and get ready to go.
Yeah, and kind of as the season continues, through this kind of, I don't want to say stretch because you've got plenty of time, but as it continues, what are you hoping to see in terms of, I guess, just improvement, really?
Right. Just playing a complete baseball game. It seems like we always have those 1 or 2 innings that just kind of hurt us a little bit, but I want to see us really come together and play complete 9 or 7 inning baseball game, depending on when we play and stuff like that. So I really do think we have the talent and the roster here that can compete, especially come playoff time, and we're going for a national title and stuff, a region title, district title, and then hopefully a national title. So just playing a complete game, staying together, staying the course, and just staying true to themselves and not giving up.
And kind of thinking about it, because you reminded me, I can't remember specifically which games, but there's been a few times where you guys have been down big and you've battled back and won, whether it be off a walk-off or in extra innings. How do you kind of take, okay, we rallied and we completed the rally, but let's maybe do that earlier in the game?
No, like Coach Braun said it. We had a couple games there a couple weeks ago where we came back and from behind and went on a walk-off set, and we had that, Coach Braun calls it the never doubt dugout, right? We play 9 innings for a reason, right? You're down to play 27 outs. You always got to play to that last out. So we just tell our guys, it's great to come back in those games, and it's great for team morale and stuff, but let's play a complete baseball game here coming up and win, outright and stuff too, which they're picking up on. But trust me, those last-minute walk-off wins are a lot of fun as coaches too. So.
Now, we're recording this a little bit later than we originally planned because you were, taking a recruit on a tour.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, because now the way this episode releases, John O'Brien's going to be on after you, but I technically talked to him before you. I asked him, though, about, the recruiting process for him. What do you kind of do when you're recruiting these student athletes out of high school or maybe from another college? How do you sell JJC both baseball and academically? Right.
It's different for every recruit. Sometimes they reach out to us. Sometimes we'll see stuff and we'll reach out to them. But being a D3 JUCO, it's different. Just come in and see this beautiful facility that we're in. To the turf, the court, the weight room. Kind of speaks for itself in the facility here. But just getting those people on campus and kind of seeing what we're about and what JJC is for. I love the junior college route. I tell all my all my recruits. I just got done walking a recruit around. Just come get your feet wet with college baseball and classes for 2 years, and our main goal is to send you off to a 4-year where you can thrive and stuff too. So each recruit is different. They all have different majors and different backgrounds and stuff too, but kind of relating to what they need and kind of showing off what we can offer and stuff here too. So it's different when Coach Braun talks to them than I get them and stuff and walk them around a big tour and stuff too. So, but each recruit's different, and I love kind of pushing what we have to offer here in the JUCO level.
Yeah. And I've talked about it with other coaches. I've probably talked about it with you, student athletes, but like these facilities are awesome. I remember when I came here to interview for this role, and I walk in and I see that, you know, the weight room specifically is usually the thing everyone's talking about.
Yep.
And the second floor, it's like that's kind of awesome, but also insane to see. Just a big weight room up there.
Big, huge weight room, big facility. Each coach has got their own offices up here, you know, as a part-time coaches and stuff too. And just having this athletic facility in general for our student athletes to come hang out as their own little away from home.
And it's fun because I've gotten a glimpse of what it used to be like here when I go to the wrestling room, which is in the old gym.
Old gym, yeah.
They basically own that space.
No, they do. That's their spot over there too. So,
well, yeah. You know, the season, you know, what do you got? I think the regular season ends May 2nd, May 3rd.
We have a couple weeks left, I believe. So
yeah, about 3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks.
Somewhere in there.
Yep.
But, you know, how do you kind of just stay the course? And obviously you want to win as much as possible. And I should ask this. I know for Coach Sanderson in women's basketball, they have to ideally be 500 to make national tournament. Is there any sort of thing like that for you? Do you have to hit a certain point, or you just have to win when it matters most?
I mean, that's a good question. For us, it's a 4-team region tournament that happens and so we're automatically in the playoffs no matter what. It's us, Wabanzi, DuPage, and Oakton in a 4-team tournament. And whoever finishes the best out of us 4 in the regular season gets the host. So that's our main goal is to push here these last couple of weeks and make sure we get that 1 seed and make sure we host here, play on our field. Our guys can sleep a little bit longer in their own beds and stuff. We're not traveling, stuff like that. So these guys know it's going to start coming down to nitty gritty here and start pushing for a good playoff spot, even though we're automatically in no matter what. But they want to play here. They know they want to play here too. So
I think you guys hosted last year. If I
we
recall,
did, yeah.
I was live streaming it. I think.
We were fortunate enough to have that 1 seed and host here last year and stuff. It didn't end the way we wanted to last year, but still to be here and stuff was a great ride. So
well, here's the hope, and you guys host and then win.
That's
and then
the plan.
Make the national tournament.
Hopefully these last couple of weeks go well and our guys will really start to get going. So
I mean, you know, from what I've seen, you got the firepower, you got the arm power. It's just putting it all together.
Got to come together.
Yeah. Well, Nick, again, you know, you got a game to get out to, so I'm not going to keep it too much longer.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you joining me here.
Yeah.
I do have one question, though, because I know you're a Wisconsin fan.
I am.
How about those Wolverines?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like to see a good Big Ten team win it. So it's good to see, especially for men and women too, to kind of pull it off too, and just see the Big Ten really thrive in these tournaments is good to see. I didn't like seeing my Badgers get out in the first round, but is what it is. But it's good to see a fellow Big Ten team win it all.
Hey,
so.
At least your Badgers made it. I have 2 teams. And one of them being Big Ten. Neither of my teams. I guess 3 if you count Michigan. I'm not going to count Michigan. I'm going to count the schools I went to in this point.
Right.
Neither of them made it this year. So
Gotcha. All good.
All right. Well, Nick, I appreciate you taking the time joining me.
Damien, thank you.
You got John O'Brien coming up next, and we'll see you sometime in the future, Nick.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
And next up here on Coffee with the Wolves, I'm joined by baseball player John O'Brien. John, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I know you guys are preparing for a game here in a little bit. We're recording on Thursday. Show comes out Friday, so not going to talk too much about, today, but, before today. So how you doing? How do you feel about the way the season's gone so far?
Good. I'm doing well. Season's going well, honestly. May have gotten off a slower start than we wanted to, but I think we're really picking up, and I think we're starting to click where we really need to right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow week last week because I know the weather kind of forced some cancellations, postponements, that sort of thing. How do you guys, being here, in the Midwest, with the way the weather is, how do you, as a student athlete, kind of acclimate to the weather? I mean, you're probably from the area, you probably experienced it, but, still getting ready to play a game, suddenly you can't play.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bit of a struggle, but me and most of my teammates, we're from around here, so we understand it and we know how to adjust to it, and I think honestly, I think we're pretty good at it. Just part of what you got to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the way, you've been performing this season. I was just looking, at your stats might be a little out of date because they're not always up to the par, but look like you're batting around 385 or 389 average. You have a home run on the season. how do you feel just about like your performance and kind of how you've grown as a player here at JJC?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm definitely having a decent season, but credit goes out to our coaches and our staff for preparing us to get ready for what we need, and I couldn't do it without them and my teammates.
What do you like about the coaching staff here at JJC? You got Coach Braun, Coach LoFurno, for example, who Nick was just on before this. What kind of do you like about their coaching philosophies and kind of what you're learning from them about the sport of baseball?
Yeah, I definitely love our coaches, Coach Braun and Lofo and Hallecky. They definitely just let us play free, and that's what I think we mostly strive. And the ability to play free and mistake free, and I think we just all can play to our best ability.
Yeah. Your teammates, how do you guys kind of build chemistry? Being so many of you being from the area, you've probably played against each other with each other in the past, but now you're all, one team coming from different areas. How do you kind of build chemistry and just camaraderie on the field?
Yeah, I think some of the biggest things of building chemistry was a couple of our spring trips. So we went to Vincennes early in the year in February, and that was just like a quick little 2-day trip. Mm-hmm. But definitely where I would felt like the biggest chemistry was in Texas. We spent over a week together, 4-door room, hotel. I mean, we're with each other 24 hours out of the day, so you definitely learn little things about each other. And also this year was different. We took a bus down there instead of flying like we usually do. So you learn a lot of different things about some different people, and I don't know. I just think the chemistry has really grown.
Yeah. But the bus ride probably had you guys a lot closer than you would have been on a plane. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, probably about the same, physically the same distance, but for a lot longer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to talk a little bit just about your time here at JJC. First, what kind of drew you to coming to JJC to play baseball? And then also on the academic side, do you have a major? And how do you like your classes?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that wanted me to come to JJC is, one, it was close to home. And two, I'm trying to be a firefighter, paramedic, so I know they have a great program here. And I just also love the coaches here. When I first met Coach Braun, I mean, he welcomed me in with full arms. And I just thought there's no other place but here.
How are you liking your classes?
Good, yeah. So right now I'm just taking some gen eds to fill up my associates. But I already took my EMT and fire science stuff, so gen eds have been good. Can't complain.
What has been, in terms of being a student, what's been one of your favorite things about just your time at JJC? And again, as a student away from baseball?
Probably a basic answer, but just hanging out with the team. I mean, just playing games, then we can just hang out on the weekends. Like, it's just, I don't know. We're a family here, so.
As someone who did not play college athletics, it was a lot harder to make friends when you're not involved in like a team or a club. Once I got into like student journalism, that's where I made all my friends, including met my wife. So for you to kind of come in, like, you're on a team, you're forced into friendships almost. I mean, it sounds more blunt, I guess, but it probably is more organic than that. But does that help? Did that help you acclimate really to just college life?
It did. Coach Braun always says, like, I remember one of the first things he said was, in the fall, like, we come in as a team, we end as a family, and I really do believe that now, and I think it's definitely helped us, and now we become a family, and it's just easier to become friends. Yeah.
What was kind of the recruiting pitch that Coach Braun and the others gave to you? Like, I mean, I don't, if you can even remember, like, what were some of the things that they said that really like made you go, I'm going to JJC?
I can't really remember like specifics, but I think definitely some of the things that made me want to come here is just their ability to win. I mean, you can look out on the outfield and you see all those banners of World Series after World Series, and another thing they brought up was just how they're a family, and I just keep bringing that up, but I truly do believe that.
Yeah. We're a little bit over halfway through the season. Yep. April here is basically baseball and softball's busiest month. You guys are just rolling. It seems like games almost every day as long as the weather's permitting it. How do you kind of stay focused on the field, but then in the classroom?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of both. In the classroom, you got to stay focused as well. So once you get done with the classroom, you got a game to prepare for, and our training staff's great with Mark. He'll get you right with the treatment. You go play the game, and then you got to get right to the books.
And again, about halfway, a little more than halfway through the season, you got any opponents circled that you're like eager to face here in the last stretch?
I mean, definitely. All of region's really important. All the games are definitely important, but of course, the ones that are really important to us are COD, Waubonsie, and Oakton. And that Oakton game, everyone remembers what happened last year, and we really want them.
Yeah. What kind of expectations do you have for yourself the remainder of the season?
I think just to continue to stay positive. I mean, it's a long season. There's going to be ups and downs, but just if I'm able to stay confident and believe in myself and my teammates and my coaches, I think good things will come.
Yeah. Last question. After JJC, do you have any plans to continue playing baseball, or are you just going to focus into your academics, or you just kind of waiting to see?
I definitely do want to continue to play baseball. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go yet, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, John, I appreciate you taking the time to join me here in Coffee with the Wolves. Good luck, when we're done recording this, and then throughout the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you for watching Coffee with the Wolves, presented by Grounded Coffee Bar. We'll be back next week, and as always, we end on Wolf of the Week.